My aunt tried to hijack my birthday party for her daughter, then had a meltdown when we said no. Hey Reddit, buckle up because this story is a wild ride. This happened earlier this year, and while I've mostly moved on, I still can't believe the audacity of some people, especially when they're family. For context, I'm a 17-year-old girl, and I live with my parents and younger brother in a pretty quiet suburban area. We're a close-knit family, not super flashy, but my parents always try to make birthdays feel special, even if it's just a dinner, cake, and a few close people. I've never had huge parties or anything like that. Then there's my aunt, my mom's older sister. Let's call her Aunt Sheila. Now, Aunt Sheila is a character. Always loud, always dramatic, and always acting like her daughter, my cousin Emily, 16F, is some kind of royal. Emily's not a bad person, by the way. She's actually pretty chill and sometimes even apologizes for her mom's behavior. But Aunt Sheila? Total diva. The type who brings her own wine to your dinner party and then complains it's not chilled enough. So this year, for my 17th birthday, my parents decided to throw me a small backyard party. Nothing over the top, just a few cousins, my grandparents, a couple of my close friends from school, and of course my immediate family. We had some fairy lights strung up, good food, music, and a nice 2-layer cake with Happy Birthday Anya written on it. That's me. Everything was going great, until Aunt Sheila showed up, uninvited, with Emily. Now, I'm not the kind of person to make a big deal over surprise guests. My mom looked surprised too, but she politely greeted them and let them in. Emily gave me a small gift, a nice scented candle, sweet gesture, honestly, and we hugged. Sheila said something like, "Well, we figured family should be together for special moments," and I just smiled awkwardly. Things were still okay, for about 20 minutes. Then came the cake cutting time. Everyone gathered around, my mom lit the candles, and just as everyone started singing Happy Birthday, Aunt Sheila stood off to the side with her arms crossed, not singing. I noticed it, but didn't want to make a scene. After the cake was cut and slices were being handed out, Sheila pulled my mom aside. They were whispering for a good 5 minutes. My mom looked uncomfortable and kept glancing at me. Then she came over and said quietly, "Can we talk for a sec?" We stepped into the kitchen and my mom, clearly embarrassed, said, "Sheila is asking if we can make a little announcement that Emily is also being celebrated tonight." I blinked. What? She said Emily's had a rough few months and she feels left out. She thinks it would be nice if we sort of included her, like a joint celebration. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But it's not her birthday. I know, sweetheart, I told her that. But she says Emily's been through a lot, with her breakup, her ankle injury, and not getting into her dance school, and she could use some love. I said flatly, "This isn't her day." Mom sighed. "I agree, but she's making a fuss." I told her, "If you do that, I'm leaving my own party." That seemed to shake my mom a little, and she nodded. "You're right. This is your day. I'll talk to her." So my mom went back out and told Aunt Sheila no. That's when all hell broke loose. Sheila stormed into the living room, where people were eating cake and chatting, and practically shouted, "I cannot believe how selfish this family has become!" Everyone froze. My grandparents looked stunned. My best friend literally dropped her fork. "Emily has had a horrible year," Sheila went on, "and I thought maybe, just maybe, her family would step up and give her a little love. But no, it always has to be about Anya, doesn't it?" I stood up and said calmly, "It's my birthday." "You weren't even invited," she sneered at me and said,